Namo Amituofo Buddha. Hello everyone. So today I feel like sharing another rebirth case, also a well-known rebirth case of the pot repairer. So the pot repairer was actually a monk, but we don't really know his name, but everybody call him the pot repairer because before he became a monk, he was a pot repairer, repairing all the pots. So in the past, there were occupations like this. Nowadays, we don't really see such occupations. So the pot repairer was actually a disciple of Master Jiawen. So Master Jiawen was an incredibly renowned Dharma master in the contemporary era in China, together with Master Xu Yun, Master Yingguang, all these great Dharma masters. So Master Jiawen was an incredible Dharma master who expounded the Dharma for over 40 years and really well versed in all the Tipitakas, all the three baskets. And Master Jiawen actually also sought rebirth to the Pure Land when he was about 75, and he sat facing west and told everybody that through Nianfo he had seen the Pure Land, and now he's going out, and he hoped all his disciples all encourage each other and encourage more people to Nianfo and seek rebirth to the Pure Land. But today I'm not going to talk about the story of Master Jiawen. Maybe I'll share another time, but I'll share the story of one of his disciples, the pot repairer's rebirth case. In fact, many disciples under Master Jiawen have also rebirthed to the Pure Land, and when I have time, I'll also share more. So this disciple was called the pot repairer because he used to repair pots that were broken. So he and Master Jiawen, they were actually playmates when they were young. And Master Jiawen's family was much more well off, so Master Jiawen could go to schools, receive good education, and eventually took the monastic life and became a really famous Dharma master. And at the age of 40, the pot repairer was still a pot repairer because his family was really poor, so he did not go to school, so he was illiterate, uneducated. One day he went to see Master Jiawen and he begged Master Jiawen that he really wanted to be a monk. And Master Jiawen asked him, "Why do you want to be a monk?" And he said, "Because life was really full of suffering. I really could not bear the sufferings of life anymore. I wanted to be a monk and to liberate out of all sufferings in life." And Master Jiawen was like, no, you should not be a monk. Because when you become a monk, then you have to do a lot of homework. You have to recite mantras and sutras, and it's impossible for you to do that. So the pot repairer was very persistent and he would not leave but for Master Jiawen to agree. And Master Jiawen in the end said, "Alright, I can agree you to become a monk, but you have to listen to what I tell you." And the pot repairer agreed immediately, and Master Jiawen said, "So if you become a monk, then you don't need to live here with other monks because you can't do the homework with everybody. You can't recite the mantra and sutras, so everybody they will laugh at you. But what you can do is that I'll find you a little temple, maybe in the village. I'll get a lay Buddhist to take care of you, to cook one meal for you every day. And all you need to do is to Nianfo every day. You just recite Amitabha, Amitabha every day. When you're tired, you can rest, and after that you also recite again. So that is all you need to do every day. Just recite Amitabha one-heartedly. If you can do that, then I'll agree to let you become a monk." So the pot repairer heard this and agreed immediately, and he was very happy. So the good thing about the pot repairer was that he was very honest and he followed what Master Jiawen told him. So after he lived in this little temple, he started to Nianfo one-heartedly. And after 3 years, one day he told a lay Buddhist who was like an old grandma living in the village. So he told her that you don't have to come to cook for me tomorrow. And the old grandma thought, oh, maybe Shifu. So in China we call monks Shifu. So maybe Shifu had some friends that would invite him out for lunch. So she didn't ask too much, and then she did not cook for him the next day. She still came over anyway just to check on Shifu and see whether everything was fine with him. And she couldn't find him in the temple. But eventually she saw Shifu was actually standing inside of his room with his face facing the windows, facing west, and with nianzhu on his hand. So nianzhu are like the mala beads. And she asked again for his name, but he didn't respond. And then she went closer and she realized she had already sought rebirth in the Pure Land. So of course the grandma also knew about seeking rebirth in the Pure Land and all that, but she had never seen people actually sought rebirth in her life. So she was really shocked, and Shifu was actually standing there. So another rebirth case by standing. So she immediately went out and to report to Master Dixian. So Master Dixian was not living in the same province, so when he came over to the little temple in the little village, it actually took him 3 days. So the pot repairer actually stood there for 3 days to wait for Master Dixian. So not only he had a nian jewel in one of his hands, so the mallet beads, and also on another hand he had some money prepared. So he actually prepared some money for Master Dixian to come and to organize his funeral. And when Master Dixian arrived and saw him, he praised him excessively and said, "You have not wasted your time of being a monk. You have surpassed the cultivation of many great Dharma masters, so congratulations." So this was really another inspiring case. Also someone who is illiterate, uneducated, which is very similar to the case of Master Juxing, which I shared before, who was also illiterate and uneducated. But they all had one thing in common, was that their practice was just nianfo one-heartedly, with great diligence and dedication. And out of all the rebirth cases we have seen, usually for people who can really nianfo one-heartedly for about 3 years, usually they will be able to see Amitabha Buddha, and they can seek rebirth to the Pure Land if they want. If you really want to seek rebirth early, then what you need to do is to recite Amitabha one-heartedly. So for some people, if they really feel that they don't have much things to do here, maybe they are already at an old age and then they don't have so much energy to actually share the Dharma, they just want to go to the Pure Land first. Then Amitabha Buddha will come and receive you to the Pure Land. For others, if they have seen Amitabha Buddha much earlier in their life, and if they have the ability to be here to spread the Dharma, then Amitabha Buddha may want you to actually live in this world a bit longer to set a good example for others, such as the case of Master Haixian, who lived for 120 years old. So more people will be able to hear the name of Amitabha Buddha. So I hope this helps. Namo Amitabha Buddha. Namo Amituofo.